Right, boys, it's the start of Season 3 with my created club, Athletic Club York. We have signed 9 Yorkshire-born players. It's a complete rebuild for the new season, new tactic. We've also called up a further 2 players from the youth team, giving us a very, very new look squad for the new season.
We're proud to be Yorkshire, from North Sea to Cornwall, we call it all home. We're proud to be Yorkshire, from States to Totley, straight to Ripon and Oakley. We're proud to be Yorkshire, from North Sea to Cornwall, we call it all home.
Alright boys, welcome back to the channel. Before we get into it, just a shout out to the patrons who flashed up on the screen. Thank you for your support. Links down in the description if you are interested in becoming a regen in the game. People that have become regens, you can now find your players over in the Discord. I have set up a group where you can have a look at the progress of your player, and some of you may well get called upon this season. Alright, it is the start of a brand new season. I thought I would show you this screen just to see where we're at in terms of salary. We are going to start the opening game of the season against Gloucester. Gloucester, who beat us for promotion the first season, spending quite a bit, 1.13 million. Which I think at this level is pretty big, not compared to our rivals York City, who have a salary of 11.03. They've done bits. They've got someone in called Randall, not a bad player at this level. The bigger ones, he looks quite good, wing back, very good wing back. John Marquis, who's been around a bit, I think he was at Portsmouth last, very good player at this standard. They're paying him £12,000 a week. Powdy O'Connor is getting £8.25 thousand a week. He is exceptional at this level. What a centre-half he is going to be. Jack Hunt, the former Sheffield Wednesday fullback, getting old now, 32 years old. Nice at this level, though. He's getting only paid £2,700, so they've been a little bit more clever, I think, in the wages. And then they've signed Patrick Faber, a young Austrian, £100 a week. A few more players going. Josie Altador is one of those who has gone, and a few more have been released. But you want to see what we've been up to. I've signed 9, 7 permanently, 2 on loan, 2 through the first team. I'm going to show you which youth team players I have called up. The first one is one of my patrons, Joel Staker. He is a Dutch winger, and just because we're playing 3 up front, I like what he could potentially be. Already again 6'2". I just think giving him more game time and training with us is going to be absolutely key. He's a mercenary, so we'll see how that personality develops. I really want to give him the opportunity of playing lots of sub appearances for us this year. I've gone down the route of not really strengthening the striking area. We're playing 3 up, fingers crossed. A lot of games this season, FA Trophy, FA Cup, 46 in the league. Hopefully Joe will, at the age of just turned 16 as well, will get plenty of game time. The second one is one of our Irish wing backs that we spoke about in last episode. 5'10", strength not great, but stamina is already getting there. He's 1.5 star now, but potential of 4.5, that is Anders Alston, another Patreon on the channel. He's just going to give us a little bit of backup. He may move back down into the under 23s. While we've been waiting to sign another player in pre-season, another left back, he was helping us out a little bit in pre-season training, so we'll see how he gets on. He's kind of now third choice, but I think at some point he'll probably get a game or 2. And then on to the transfers themselves. So we let go Taylor, Mintus, Atkinson, Kebby, who's gone on to Bristol Rovers, Jebson's King, Scott Harrison and Membeka. And the players out, the only player we've lost is Jacob Butterfield. He's literally just gone. Didn't actually play him in any pre-season games. I've shoved him in the under 23s. The fans weren't happy that he'd left, but he was leaving on a free. It was a free contract that he went on. Right, here are the transfers. We've spent a little bit of money, not much, but we paid £25,000 for this player who my scouts didn't regard as someone important, but just for me, one with a little bit of experience, 27 years old as well, into his peak, heading 12, marking 10, tackling 11, physical's pretty good as well, 6'4", stamina 14, pace 12, natural fitness, jumping reach. Marks opponents are tightly. I thought he would be a good addition to the squad, and he was born in Huddersfield. Another player we've got in, another centre-half, Max Hill, the former Leeds United centre-half. He did okay with Kettering in the Vanarama North last year. I just thought it was a nice little pick-up. He's still quite young, 24, 6'5" as well, only on £375 a week. I think that was key. I think if he wanted over like a couple of grand, over £1,000 a week, we wouldn't have done it. But a steady backup, heading 9, marking 11, 6'5", physicals okay. Nothing more than a backup for us though. I think the best news with the centre-halves is that we managed to do a deal for Callum Semple, who's our main man. We managed to get him in at £1,300 a week, so that's helped us out. And as you can see, 4-star current ability, 5-star still potential for Callum. And then we've strengthened in the right-back area with 2 right-backs. The first being the weaker of the 2, but definitely an upgrade on what we had, is Bradley Halliday, the former Newcastle Middlesbrough. I think he was born up north. Yeah, he was born in Redcar, so right to the top of North Yorkshire. 11 crossing, tackling 10, marking 11, passing 11, decent enough mentals, decent enough physicals. Someone who may help us on that right-hand side. And then probably the first choice, he was chased by 2 League 2 clubs, but we bumped up his wage by another £400 to make sure we got him. We get a feeling I was going to be a little bit desperate. Potential to be 4-star. He is 27, so he's not going to get much better. We did get him from Plymouth. Played a little bit at Plymouth over the last couple of years. Just an average all-rounder. But 16 stamina, 12 pace, 5'10", looks pretty good when we're getting forward. It's been really difficult this summer, really difficult. So I just had to grab what I could grab. And Ryan, being born in Goole, is going to be probably our starting right back this season. Billy Leach is a free transfer from Hull City, released from Hull City. The only reason why I got Billy in is because he lives in Malton, where I'm from. I coached him when he was about 3, 4, 5, 6 years old, around those early days. Quite a versatile player. He's got some nice little attributes. First touch, crossing, dribbling's quite good. Technique's okay. Flair 15, physicals 12, pace 15, natural fitness, acceleration, agility, all pretty good. So if we go to, I've got 3 tactics set up. He may get a little bit of opportunity. Look, he was on £230 a week. Happy to be emergency backup. Nice little signing to make. And then we've signed Oakley Canonia, who I think was from Liverpool, you know. Yeah, from Liverpool, never obviously played for Liverpool. He is born in Leeds, 5'8", strength of 2, but can probably finish, dribble, bit of a poacher really. We just need a little bit of strength in depth up front, £450 a week. Once again, probably won't play much. 19 years old though, so has the potential to progress. I'm going to focus on individual in next week's episode, on Tuesday's episode, so we'll have a look at trying to improve some of these young players, in particular his strength. And then the last permanent deal, Brad Nicholson, has come in 6'2". He's not really rated in the game. Only 2-star, 24 years old. He was at Guiseley last year, had an average season there. But 19 long throws, 12 heading, 12 corners, 7 crossing, 11 marking, 13 tackling, 6'2", decent strength. Pace, not amazing. Mental's good. So I thought he was a nice little pickup. Someone who's going to probably play second choice to Habergam. I thought he was a really good pickup, and at £500 a week, our last permanent deal in. And then we've signed 2 loanees. Oliver Green has come from Hull City. Just a nice little bit of an all-rounder, 5'9", 19 determination, 15 aggression. Will probably play as our backup box-to-box midfielder. And then Josh Osterfield is probably the better of the 2, has come in central midfield, and he's going to probably play as our anchorman in front of the back 4. He's on loan from Huddersfield. They are the signings. You want to see the tactics. We've got 3 on the go. We've had an interesting pre-season where we've struggled attacking-wise in the first 2. So I went up to 4-3-3, and then we did really well but conceded too many goals. We've then played Berwick, a team that we should have beaten comfortably. We were down until the 83rd minute. Playing the 5-2-3, and then we've gone back to the 4-3-3, and we've won 7-3. Conceding 3 goals is more of a worry than us scoring the 7. So we've got this, which is a 3-4-3 with 3 central strikers. We've got a 3-4-3 with 2 wide players, and we've also got a 4-3-3, which we're going to be going with today and just see how it gets on. Yeah, there's going to be goals again this season. What was funny, which I didn't mention in last week's episode, even though we won the league, we scored 100 goals, but we conceded 69, which is up there with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We had the 8th worst defensive record. There's actually 2 teams that have conceded over 100 goals. We need to be better at the back. I don't think we are going to be. I would like to concede less than 69, to be honest. That is the division. Now, I always find on these sort of saves that this division, the Vanarama National League, is one of the toughest to get out of just because you've got to really win it. Complete lottery, the playoffs. There's some bigger clubs in here as well. Obviously, Crawley, Chesterfield, Dagenham Redbridge, Hartlepool are back down. Scunthorpe are down. South Shields were obviously with us, winning the playoffs. Southender is a big club. Yeovil is a big club compared to us. And obviously York City Soccer Club. All right, let's get into this game. We're going to pick a team. Now our squad is pretty big. We've got a big squad to start with this season. I think some players will end up back in the under-23s. Players like Pilkington and the young fullback Anders Alston may find himself back in. But goalkeeper, we've not strengthened in there. We have got two very good youth team goalkeepers that will be given opportunities next season. One of these two players will definitely go. Probably Kendick. I'm not going to get back in because we have two very exciting young regens coming through. Complete wing back on the right. We're going to start with Ryan Fallowfield. A back four, we're going to go with Semple and Alex Finney, just a little bit more experience in there. We have still got Matty Downing as well. On the left-hand side, it does actually say Matty Downing is the best choice, which is interesting. So we will go with Matty Downing today. Anchorman, we're going to go with our loan signing, Osterfield. Attacking playmaker, we're going to go with Reconza. And box-to-box, Harrison Biggins, who was one of our better players last season. Deep line forward on support, it's going to be Jamie Hopcutt, who is wanted by Exeter and Northampton. Okay, won't be going anywhere. He is 31. His contract is out at the end of the season, but I'm not too worried about him because at that age, we want to be looking at maybe potentially moving older players on. On this left-hand side, we're going to go Kieran Phillips, who struggled so far in pre-season, then hit 5 in his last game to help us. And on the right-hand side, we're going for the man of the moment, Tiago Green, the youngster. Someone in the comments, Tiago is actually in the comments as well, commenting on his progress. But someone has already commented saying that he wants a shirt with Tiago Green on the back, number 14. Right, there is our wonder kid. He's going to get plenty of opportunity. You will see him develop. By the way, if you're not in the Discord, you're not a Patreon, get jumped in. Even though maybe you're not going to become a Patreon, you don't have a regen, you can still follow the progress, and we're going to see how these attributes improve over the course of the season, in particular when I get involved in the individual training in next week's episode. All right, that is the team. Subs, we've got a little bit of flexibility because we've got a lot of players that could play in various positions. So we're going to go Habergam, Noble Lazarus because he can play outside, out on the wings, Oliver Green, Joel Staker, our young Dutch striker, and we'll go Gabby McGill. We'll see how that goes. We've got a lot of players in the squad. Players like Dyer are never going to play. Wilson will probably play. He's quite good, actually, Wilson. Yeah, we need to put Wilson in instead of Green. Green may end up disappearing because he'll be unhappy with game time. Pilkington is a right back who we had last season. Anders Olston. I say what, I'm just going to move Anders down into the under-23s because he's going to be missing out on game time there. Okay, here we go, boys. Fingers crossed. It is Gloucester. They are probably one of the smaller teams in this division, but they did pip us to the promotion in the first season. Right, boys, here we go. I'm a little bit worried about the tactic again. We just want to be entertaining, and I was going through pre-season, those first two pre-season games when we lost 1-0 to good opposition, in particular Aberdeen. But we just didn't create anything, and we want to be excited in this save, so we want to be scoring goals as much as possible. Having that anchor man in may just help us as well. Fallowfield, Phillips, and we obviously have Phillips, Hopcutt, the youngster Tiago Green. We're just going to try and score some goals this season again. Fallowfield, cross. Phillips is there. It's 1-0. Assist from Fallowfield. Phillips is up and running. And I do think as well, with that anchor man in the middle of midfield, it does give us that little bit more of protection. And fingers crossed, we want to concede, even though we're in a higher division, we don't want to concede 69 goals again. Right, that's a brilliant start. We're up and running. I need to pause it. After this highlight, I'm going to have to show you something. Are we getting a penalty? We're getting a penalty. Phillips is injured already. We'll see how that develops until half-time. Phillips steps up. He's put it in. It's 2-0. Get in. Right, let me just show you this. Vanarama National. Rules. No, not the rules, sorry. Come on, Matty. Season preview. York City are 31-1 on to win. It was 334 a couple of days ago, so something major has happened. We are down here in 16th. The board want us to avoid relegation. No mistake from Phillips from the penalty spot. This has been as comfortable as we could have hoped for early on. Nice penalty from Phillips. We'll probably take him off at half-time. Right, Osterfield. Out to Fallowfield. Fallowfield has been a real good outlet for us so far this season. Ooh, cleared. So far this season, we're only 30 minutes in. So far in this first half, I think it does create a lot of overlaps this side because obviously we've got three central strikers. That is a brilliant tackle that we're getting punished for, unfortunately. That was never a penalty in a million years. Dawson up against Sykes Kenworthy to give Gloucester a chance. He's fired it straight down the middle, and just like that, they are back in the game. But what I was saying was the three central strikers, they kind of suck the fullbacks in, and then it gives us the opportunity to get the wing-backs round and get crosses into the box. Right, Hale corner. It's 2-2, just like that. 3 shots, 2 goals from Gloucester. Don't know if I can blame the tactic for those 2 goals, to be honest. Right, Fallowfield. 2 set pieces, isn't it? Thiago Green. Cross. Hopcut's there, but he's over the bar. I would like to see Hopcut dropping off a little bit more. Right, French has gone long. He's only found Phillips. We're in here. Phillips down this left-hand side. Downing's deep cross. Thiago Green's there. Ooh, I just thought he was going to get in front of the goalkeeper. Finney. Biggins. Can we get it out wide? Finney. Semple. Can he find... Look at Fallowfield. Look at all the room. Rakonza finds him. Fallowfield. What's he going to do? Probably another cross in the box. No, he's just let the other player take it off him. No problem. We've got it back. Finney steps in well. Rakonza. Biggins. Downing. Can we get a cross in? He does. Thiago Green's there. And he's headed it over the bar, the youngster. Right, Phillips. Blocked. Downing. Biggins. Thiago Green's going to hit it from distance and it's gone over the bar. We've played so well in this first half and we've been done by a corner and we've been done by a dodgy penalty decision. But we're right on half-time. Rakonza steps up. Puts it over. York City have taken the lead. Eric Lehigh, the American international, has put them ahead. Right, what a first half. We've played so well there. I'm not going to get too bogged down in conceding 2 goals. Goals from a set piece always happens, and then a dodgy penalty decision. What is up with Kieran Phillips? Potential thigh. We will do a sub, I think, at some point, but he's on a hat-trick, isn't he? Right, French, the goalkeeper, is going to go along. Can we get it back? We've got 2 commanding centre-halves. Lost the header. Brilliant. Mensah is in. He's not going to score from there, and he's put it well wide. We're going to give the boys a little encourage. Okay, we're coming up to the last sort of like 20 minutes. Phillips is really struggling, so he's going to come off. We're going to bring on... We're going to go with the young striker, Joel Staker, the young Dutch winger. And I think we'll just leave it at that, you know. I tell you what, we're going to do it. We're also going to bring Habergum on this left-hand side. We've got a highlight. Downing crosses. Hopcut heads over the bar again. We are going to bring Habergum on just because his left foot is so good. Come on, boys. We deserve a winner. I'm going to encourage again. Fallowfield. Rakonza. Fallowfield. Lovely ball. Biggins is good from distance. Coming in at the edge of the area, the box-to-box midfielder, and he absolutely smashes it in. We deserve that. It is 3-2. What a finish. Good football again. We're looking dangerous, boys. It's a lovely pass. Fallowfield has been absolutely brilliant down this right-hand side. He is struggling now with his fitness, so we will bring on Noble Lazarus, who is a very attacking fullback. Fingers crossed we just see it out. We've created 20 chances, boys. They've got a highlight. Hale, Ruchet, Spazov, Harrison, goes long. Can we head? Good header by Noble Lazarus. Sykes Kenworthy, we're going to play. Out to the fullback. We haven't seen a great deal from Thiago Green. Here he is. The youngster, is he going to chase one? No. Goes back to the goalkeeper. Where's this highlight going, boys? Long. Can we win the header? We don't. King's allowed to bring it down. Petit. Russell, Young, they're in. Great tackle. What a tackle that was. We need to focus a little bit here. Hale. Gloucester have had nothing. 2 set pieces and then this pressure since we went 3-2 up. Win the header. We haven't. We're winning absolutely nothing all of a sudden. Russell hits from distance. Goalkeeper's made a mistake. It is the same old Athletic Club. 3 goals conceded. A long ranger. That should not have got through. Semple with a really pathetic attempt at a header. Russell hits it from distance. Good hit. Sykes Kenworthy couldn't keep it out. And yeah. Same old, same old. Highlight straight after. Semple. Rakonza. Thiago Green. Noble Lazarus. What have we got? Good skill from Noble Lazarus. Hopcut. Drifting. Staker's there, the youngster, and we've had so many chances with headers, all pretty much gone over the bar. And it's going to be a draw, boys. A 3-3 draw to start the season. I'm so happy with how we've created chances and how dangerous we've looked. But conceding 3 goals like we have has been a bit of a killer. So we have got the other tactic. I'm not going to go to the other tactic in the start of the games. What I don't want us is to be too negative, but maybe I'm thinking when there's a little bit of time to go in certain games, we drop it into a 3-4-3. I'm going to put that as a cautious one, actually, and use that as a bit of a defensive tactic. Maybe even go, you know what, I'm going to do something like this. Have 2 just defensive midfielders in there just to sit. One can be an anchor for us just to sit in there and maybe see games out a little bit, pressing forward up front. Something like that, just so we can potentially defend a lead in those last few minutes. All right, boys, that is it for today. We are going to come back. I'm going to kick on as much as I can. I'm just going to kick on with games. We don't actually play York City till November. So we'll probably have to have a little game in between, maybe somewhere around the end of September. There's a lot of games. There'll also be FA Cup coming up as well. It's going to be a fun season. There's going to be a lot of goals. I just hope we can just tighten up defensively. All right, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Go check out the Patreon as well. I really appreciate it if you could go and support me on there. If you've got a few quid spare every single month, get yourself in the game. Always makes this save more interesting, more fun. And yeah, we will see you on Tuesday nights. Fingers crossed. I want top half. Let's see if we can get in and around the playoffs this season.